Quick note up front, my regular mic is broken right now. I have this backup one I've never used. I recorded this video using it and it is terrible. All sorts of glitching and cracking and it chops and it just sounds bad, so I'm sorry. But I only noticed after I recorded this and I don't have another mic around, so that's all we got. Anyway, on with the video. Hey everyone. As of today, my MySQL course has been completely overhauled, remodeled, stripped down to the studs and rebuilt basically from scratch. That update is live now. So if you are an existing student, you've already enrolled in it, go check it out. There's a bunch of new content I've added in. New topics, MySQL 8, for example. I think I recorded the course originally with 5.7, which, to be fair, is not that big of a gap. There was no MySQL 6 or 7. It went from 5.7 to 8.0. But still, there's new features, there's new syntax that I covered. Now, if you are not a student and you're interested, definitely check out the coupon code below or above or wherever that goes to get the lowest price I can offer. I have a promotion just right now when I launch the course. And there's a lot of new stuff in there, but also I've redone the course, even all the old stuff that didn't need to be done, I completely redid it because of a lovely choice I made, a mistake I made when I was starting out teaching online. I used to teach boot camps in person. I still do some of that sometimes, but I saw firsthand a lot of students struggle to install MySQL on their machine, to start the server up on a Mac, to work with the command line, to work with their path and getting command not found errors all over the place. So I thought, if I'm getting these issues with students in a classroom where I can help them and it's still a pain, it's going to be a serious online where students are all over the world. There's no way that we'll be able to help them. And that may be true. It does suck to install sometimes, but the choice I made was to instead use some IDE called Cloud9 as a free platform in the browser. It was very easy. Anybody could sign up in like 30 seconds, click a button, and have MySQL installed, pre-installed, and could start writing code immediately. And that worked for a couple of months, maybe a year, maybe before the platform was basically bought by Amazon, put behind a credit card paywall, and it still exists, but it doesn't work for our purposes anymore. So over the years, we've scrambled to try and find workarounds and solutions and do whatever we could. But at the end of the day, every video in the original course was tied to this Cloud9 platform. That's what I used in the videos. It was a horrible mistake. I could have students use it, but for me to use it in the videos meant that I basically was condemning my course to not be future-proof in any way. I would have to update it. I just didn't realize that, Cloud9 was going to disappear in a year or two. So that's something, I actually repeated that mistake with the Web Developer Bootcamp. Those were my first two courses. And for both of those, I thought installation was too difficult for the average person to do, or I thought it might be a roadblock. So we used Cloud9, and both of them had to be redone from scratch. So anyway, this new update, aside from me redoing every single video, all the basics, using local or native installations, we use MySQL 8, you install it on your machine. We use the MySQL Workbench, which is new from when I originally recorded the course. So aside from all of that, all the videos being redone, I also added in new topics on a bunch of different functions that didn't exist in the original course, different data types, window functions, row, rank, row number, lead, lag functions. We talked about check constraints, named constraints. There's other stuff I'm forgetting, I know. Oh, SQL modes, views. There's small things here or there as well that I'm forgetting throughout the course that are new. So if you are an existing student, you definitely don't want to go through the whole thing from scratch and learn about select again and create table and all of that. But you can check out the video at the beginning of the course. As of today, it's at the beginning. Refresh your page and log back in. You'll see the video at the beginning explains the changes and what's new and what you should check out, what you should probably not waste your time on. And again, if you are not currently enrolled and you want to check it out, there's a coupon code. Lowest price I can offer, all the Udemy stuff, blah, blah, blah. Check it out. I really am happy with how the course came out. I've always been happy with this course. It's my second most popular course, except I've always regretted that decision to use Cloud9. So I way better now. Obviously, I've learned a lot over the years. I think I'm a better teacher. And the course is actually a little quicker, which has been interesting. I shaved off even recording the same content. If you compare the way that I taught, joins versus how I teach it today, it was like 30 minutes shorter for a 2-hour section. So I think I've figured out ways of not boring people to death as much, or at least slimming down the content without sacrificing the actual educational side of things. Anyway, that's it. Check out the coupon, check out the course, and I will be back next week. I'm going to have an update on my upcoming courses. I'm working on what I'm really excited about right now. We've got some really good projects coming. So check that out next week. And otherwise, have a good rest of your week.